So right now, we're about to do rapid fire questions with my very own primary care physician. It's Heart Health Month. Let's go.
Yes, can you hear me?
Hey, how are you?
I am okay. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Are you okay to chat for a second?
I am.
I'm glad to see you. I'm gonna see you next week.
Okay, yay.
I finally got an appointment.
Yeah, all you have to do is though. Hey, you want to talk to everybody too?
Hi. Oh, I forgot you had the littlest one.
Mhm. But
Still.
they have now it's centralized scheduling. Really being centralized scheduling. If you ever need an appointment, you call and you get whatever appointment they give you, but then you can ask to be put on the cancellation list.
Okay, that'll be good.
And the cancellation list, we're usually able to get people in within the week with the cancellation list.
Okay, good because you know me, how my life is. Sometimes I might be having a heart attack and just need to come in immediately. Like
Mm-hmm.
you never know with me, but I won't waste your time. Let me just tell you what I'm doing real quick, and then I'm gonna pass it on to you. So, um, I really want to talk to people that I trust and I've built relationship with over the years to give more health education and education surrounding topics that are really important to people like me, young black people, not even black people, but you know, just young people that are wanting to take their health and wellness a little bit more seriously. And since this month we're celebrating Heart Health Month, I just wanted to get real with you, you know, and kind of tell me and other people what we should be doing and what we should be focusing on as people. So I have a few questions, but if you want to start and just like talk about things that you already know off rip, you ready to let people know, you could do that too.
I will tell you my number one pet peeve.
What's that?
It happens to be with brown people. Granted, if somebody tells you you have high blood pressure, you have high blood pressure. And Jesus gave us medicine so that we can keep you from having a stroke or a heart attack.
Period. So basically, if someone that's a medical provider has told you you have high blood pressure, do not be afraid of medicine.
Correct.
Now,
I have actually had like several people who's either have had a heart attack in their 30s. One of my best friends lost her fiance because he did not want to treat it and ended up dying from a massive heart attack.
oh my goodness.
And it's one of those things that we're like, okay, if I change my diet, if I change my lifestyle, and yes, that could be a case, but protect yourself first and then try to back later. You know, it's safer to be on medicine and then, get diet and lifestyle correct and then come off of it. Or find out that you're genetically predisposed to it rather than die.
Okay. Okay. Well, at what age should people start getting like a routine health heart or healthy heart screening, and like what does that even look like?
Well, it depends. I tell most people, and this is another thing that's huge and kind of difficult in our community, is finding out when the generation before you was diagnosed. So that's really when you should start getting screened. So if you had a family member that was diagnosed with like high blood pressure or a heart attack or heart disease in their 30s, you need to be starting that track in late 20s, early 30s. If you had somebody who was diagnosed in their like 50s or 60s, uh, at at least a checkup once a year, starting like around 30. A lot of people gap miss the 20s, and the 20s
Mm-hmm.
are
We be
usually an okay time, and semi okay time to gap miss. But if you've had a parent or a family member who is diagnosed with high blood pressure in their 40s, you need to go for screening in your 20s.
okay. That makes sense.
So it's usually like 10 to 20 years before your person, whoever it is in your family, had the diagnosis.
Okay. Now,
So if
go ahead. No, no,
mhm.
no. Go. I'm listening.
No, I was gonna say if somebody was in their 20s when they were diagnosed, and you have kids, like okay, My parents were diagnosed in their 30s. I went when I was 20. I got diagnosed at like 27. You need to be telling your kids, hey, when you hit 25, you need to start going to the doctor to have them watch out for your blood pressure.
Got it. Now, the other things, so correct me if I'm wrong. Blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar are the three things that we need to kind of be focused on when we're talking about heart health, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what are some early signs and like warning signs of heart problems that we ignore in those areas?
Actually, in general, that's the reason why heart health is so important because it's a silent killer. There are usually no early warning signs.
Whoa, okay.
And so that's why it's really important for screening. All screening is you go to a health fair and someone takes your blood pressure. You sit down at a blood pressure cuff at Publix, and if it's anything above 130 on the top, or
Mm-hmm.
130 and above on the top, or 85 to 90 on the bottom, you need to go talk to somebody about it.
Got it.
Blood sugar is a very different thing, though.
Mm.
That high blood sugar does actually have signs. So high blood pressure, high cholesterol do not have signs. That's why they're called silent killers. They have no signs at all.
Whew, okay.
But high blood sugar, um, consistent craving for sweets,
Mm.
having to go to the bathroom a
Mm.
lot, waking up at night to have to go pee more than you used to, always being thirsty.
Mm-hmm. I
Those
know that one.
are signs of high blood sugar.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Because listen, all the first things when you said the sweets, immediately I have to get that spirit of wanting something sweet after dinner up off of me. But when we talk about the being thirsty, the urination, those are things some people know, but maybe the other ones people didn't. Now, when we talk about stuff like um, exercise and stress and things like that, like when we talk about that, how does stress impact your heart?
Well, I joke with all my patients. I don't know if I've ever told you this joke. I hated working the ER during the Alabama Auburn game because we'd at least get 7 to 8 heart attacks coming in from people making bets and teams losing. And so I do tell all my patients that stress can play a huge impact on your heart health. And it can ultimately lead to having something like a heart attack. Um, so stress does kill. But in general, if you are like exercise, keeps your heart healthy. Um, that's pretty much it about that. Though. Stress can kill you. I just want to tell everybody, like, stress can kill you. It really can.
Got to chill on that. Okay, well, this is my last rapid fire like type question. Debunk this myth. Is stuff like coffee and monsters and like different like sugary drinks like that bad for your heart?
Actually, that's not a myth. So monsters and energy drinks, in high quantities, and including caffeine in high quantities, can actually lead you to have a heart attack.
Wow.
But it depends on the quantity. So this is actually not a myth. But let's say you have one Red Bull a day,
One Red Bull a
or
day.
yeah, if you have one Red Bull a day, you're not at major risk of having a heart related issue
Wow.
with like one. But if people are putting away 2 to 3, or as some of my military people are doing, putting away a pot of coffee a day, that does have very significant effects on heart health.
Wow. So maybe
So,
1 cup a day is okay, but once you're doing the two, three, four, a full pot,
well, and
then
it depends on the cup. So, 2 8 ounces, so 16 ounces of coffee
okay,
is okay.
okay, 16 ounces.
But 32 ounces of coffee, which is 2 16-ounce cups, which is what most people drink, that can get a little bit, that can lead to constrictions of your blood vessels, which raises your blood pressure. That's also why energy drinks are So there's also like energy drinks are kind of rough because it depends on the energy drink and it depends on the type. Kickstarts have as much caffeine as 2 cups of coffee.
Kickstart.
But
Okay.
ghost drinks or what's the other Black Rifle coffee, and you can tell I drink a lot of caffeine from answering these questions. Ghost and Black Rifle coffee, those have about 4 cups of coffee per energy drink.
Gotcha.
I know you want to blow bubbles. Stop. Yeah, we'll blow bubbles and stuff. Okay, we'll blow bubbles.
He's like, get off the phone now. I'm so sorry to keep you.
No. You're fine. You're fine. She's actually eating and wants to eat the bubbles, and so I told her I'll just blow the bubbles, not eat the bubbles.
So the kickstarts, the other energy drinks are a little bit more Celsius.
Yeah, a lot of people drink Celsius.
Yeah.
Celsius has 56 milligrams of caffeine in it. It's not as bad as like